During oil filling, the angle and the orientation of the oil hole are critical. An incorrect angle traps air inside, preventing its discharge. Set a hole to the correct angle, and trapped air will be fully discharged instantly. For road bikes, the angle of a brake oil filling hole can be adjusted by rotating the grab handlebars to facilitate oil filling in air bleeding. Alternatively, use a bike repair stand or elevate the front and rear wheels to adjust the bike as posture for optimal brake oil filling hole angle. Using stair steps of varying heights is also practical. Since braking tunnels are not visible, adjust idle angles to fully expel trapped air. Alternatively, remove a brake lever, hold it and rotate it continuously to vary the angle, while injecting brake fluid with the other hand simultaneously to ensure a complete expulsion of internal air.
This method is mainly based on the continuity of brake oil, newly siring to the brake, which will expel air and old oil. We use a 1:1 scale transparent brake lever and brake caliper for demonstration. They are closed together for the convenience of video recording. There's no need to be so close when actually bleeding. Step 1. Loosen the bolt on the top of the lever. Loosen the screw to rotate the brake handle. The bleed port must face vertically upwards. Different brakes bleed port vary in position, so the rotate angle change subsequently. Proper angle facilitates the removal of air. Step 2. Unscrew the bleed port screw. Select a suitable connector, including a syringe clamp and hose. Install the syringe onto the brake lever's bleed port. Step 3. Unscrew 2 fixed bleed port screw of the brake caliper. Remove the brake pads and spreader clip from the caliper and insert the appropriate bleed block. Repeatedly toggle bleed block left to right in order to make the gap opens to the maximum. Make sure the pistons on both sides are fully reset. Straighten and draw out the bolt. There are also brake calipers that are fixed by screws. All you need to do is to pull out the screw. Pull out the brake pads. This step is to ensure the pads will not be contaminated by oil. Block the pistons to prevent them from falling when siringing. Step 4. Fasten the clip. Unscrew the caliper's bleed port screw. There are many types of brake caliper bleed port. This will be specially mentioned at the end of this video. Select a suitable connector, including a syringe clamp and hose. Extract 20 ml oil and remove the air in the hose thoroughly. Install the syringe onto the brake caliper's bleed port. Asterisk explain the interaction of air and brake lever's angle. Wrong angle, the bleed port isn't at the highest place. Air will collect at a high place and cannot be removed. Right angle, the bleed port faces straight up at highest place. Then slowly do the syringe process and air will be clearly removed. Right angle help to remove air within a very short period of time. The internal structure cannot be seen when actually doing a bleeding. Change the angle, tilt left or right and rotate while bleeding is advised. This will help to remove the air. Step 5. Begin bleeding. Untie the clamp and gently push the syringe. Newly syringed oil can be clearly seen pushing old oil and air outwards. The old oil and air in the brake are getting less and less. Change the angle while syringing, left and right tilt plus rotation. Do not push the syringe completely to prevent residual air from being added to the brake. Buckle the clip and remove the syringe. Pour off the old oil and install the syringe back onto the brake. Remove another syringe, fill up it with 20 ml brake oil and clearly remove the air in it. Install back it and untie the clamp. Fill brake oil again. Change the angle while syringing. Do not push the syringe completely to prevent residual air from being added to the brake. Buckle the clip, swap the two syringes. Untie the clamp and fill brake oil for the third time. You can swap 2 to 3 times to ensure a good result. Summary: this method utilizes continuous syringing of brake fluid to push out the old oil and air in the brake. While syringing, it is necessary to change the angle of the brake handle to prevent air from collecting inside. Make sure the bleed port face vertically upwards to remove the connector. A few drops of oil to fully fill the bleed port. Screw the original one back and tighten it with a wrench. Wipe out spilled brake oil with tissue. Pinch the brake lever a few times to test the feel after loosen the clamp. It feels solid, which means the bleeding process comes to success. Uninstall the connector and drop some oil to fully fill the bleed port. Screw the original one back and tighten it with a wrench. Bleeding complete, install the brake pads, adjust the gap between them and you can enjoy using the brake. Note: be sure to adjust the gap between the pads, otherwise there will be a situation where the feel is solid but the braking effect is poor.